Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today released the early childhood development content developed by the Meghalaya Early Childhood Development Mission Society, supported by Sesame Workshop India. The launch held at the Cabinet Room Main Secretariat marks the formal commencement of implementing ECD content in the state. The Early Childhood Development Mission is an integrated effort involving the health, education, social welfare, and community and rural development departments. The mission aims at the holistic development of children from conception to the age of 8, addressing critical early childhood indicators. Congratulating the team behind the ECD content, the Chief Minister emphasized the importance of incorporating local culture, wisdom, and systems to address unique challenges. He urged the mission to maximize the use of existing institutional setups such as primary schools, community halls, and Anganwadi centers for effective implementation. The Chief Minister highlighted the long-term vision of the initiative to foster values and enhance cognitive and analytical skills in children from an early age, ultimately shaping them into responsible citizens of the state.
We are very clear as a government on our thought process of really putting the person or the subject right at the center of the decisions that we take. Whether it is the mothers, whether it is our children, whether it's our farmers, whether it's the youth of the state, you will see that in all aspects we have always ensured that we have kept the person, the concerned individuals right at the center of what we're doing, and our programs have been worked around the people so that we get a holistic approach, and we are really focusing on the individuals and not on the schemes, as Sampath has mentioned. And that's really been one of the most defining, I should say, systems in which we have adopted. So you will see the similar aspect even when it comes to issues like environment. You will find us do the same thing. So it's the similar approach we have had in all the subjects that we look at. I was mentioning when it comes to, for example, water. So we are very particular that all the water related departments talk to each other, work with each other, and come out with a holistic approach rather than each department doing their own programs and schemes and ultimately missing out the larger purpose behind what the schemes are supposed to achieve. So like that, the children of our state, whether it is from the point of time when they are conceived in their mother's womb, to the time when the mother is pregnant, to the time, of course, in the early childhood development, to adolescence program with Empower. Right now we are doing a new scheme, a new project, a new EAP, and of course other programs related to teenage activities. Of course, Empower goes on to 19 years, but apart from Empower, we'll be having other programs, Meghalaya Games being held every year, different music festivals, music programs, music support we're giving, different support we're giving through the Hello Meghalaya platform to create content, whether we're giving support through Yes Meghalaya in terms of organizing different cultural groups and giving them funds to be active, whether it's the exchange programs we're having for the youth, so on and so forth. So what I'm trying to tell you is we believe not working in silos. We believe in putting the purpose and the subject right in front and deciding and shaping programs, keeping in mind what we want to achieve at the end of the day. And therefore that's really what the approach has been. So I just thought that all of you should understand that this is how we have been working, and we will continue to work with that. Having said that, I think what is important is, of course, as I mentioned at the beginning, this content was very important. We've been talking about the ECD for a very, very long time, but we have not been able to give it that proper structure and system that we have wanted for many months and years. And I'm very happy that today we have been able to launch this. I think this is now, of course, the planning part which has been done, but now it is important to execute it well, and therefore it will require us to really focus a lot on the implementation. I would like to, as always, suggest Mr. Sampath and the team that we have a lot of institutional systems that are already in place in our state. We already have a lot of infrastructure that is already there. My suggestion would be maximize the utility of these institutional setups. Like even, for example, our self-help groups. How can our self-help groups work with this ECD mission? Because mothers are part of the self-help group. So therefore, using not just that institutional network, but other institutional systems like Meghalaya and other organizations, even non-government organizations that are there, I feel it's important to use those to achieve the larger goal. Use the infrastructures. We have got very good infrastructure. Maybe we just need to upgrade them at some level. Some of them are not so user-friendly, not as clean, and not maybe so practical as we would want them. A bit of investment and we can make them much better than what they are right now. So kindly use the different primary schools, the Anganwadi centers, the community halls. We're building so many community centers now through even the MBDA, through CM Elevate. So I hope that you'll be able to use all these different kind of infrastructural setup also to achieve the larger goal. Documentation has been, of course, something that I've been stressing on, and this I stress to everybody again, simply because documentation not just helps us understand what we're doing, where we're going wrong if we are, and how to improve ourselves, but it also then allows us to document how the journey has been, as Madam Sonali has mentioned, that then others can learn from our experience, I should say, and be able to implement this project. I think you are aware that the Government of India, even the PMO, has been very closely watching this project, including the other life cycle approach projects that we're doing, and we have been speaking to other stakeholders from even Southeast Asia. They have told us that this is a very unique program which they have not seen in even other parts of Southeast Asia. So a lot of people are watching for the outcome of this program, and as I said, this could be a great game changer and a learning experience and a model that other states could follow. Last point which Sampathji I've been talking to you a lot about is, of course, while we build up the cognitive thinking capacity and analytical skills. I was looking at this basic, the 0 to 2 book, and I remember my wife telling me that this is how things work. So she's of course a medical doctor, but also a pediatrician in the sense she worked with children, and she was just telling me the small actions that you do makes a child mind start to think, like at age of 0, 1, 2, and just clapping hands and then showing their face. I don't know, it looks very funny. You guys will laugh, but yeah, those kind of small things are things that parents can easily do. It's not even like this is rocket science. It's really basic, simple steps. It's just that nobody told them to do it. And what I can understand is that if these basic steps can be taught, a child's brain can really leapfrog in terms of the thinking capacity, cognitive, analytical skills. All of that aspects can really develop if we do this small basic things. But a lot of countries I know, they don't focus on maths and science and English in the first few years. They just teach people that, look, respect the environment, respect your elders, just discipline yourself, be clean when the cleanliness factors. I think these are basic simple things, at least a strong sense of patriotism and respect for the nation. All these kind of small things are activities which I would like to incorporate in some way or the other, which would then send that message of building those basic values to become a good citizen and responsible citizen for the country.